Welcome to my summary of learning for ECI833. Disclaimer: while some of the puppets in this show might appear familiar to you, they are solely the reflections of Amy Singh's learning. And so we begin. What are the foundations of educational technology? Where did it start? Many people begin thinking of computers, cell phones, etc. But technology is defined as to invent useful things or solve problems.
So really, we can consider technology to include instruments such as the chalkboard, pencil, and so on. If we are choosing to focus on modern advancements in EdTech, perhaps the best place to start is with picture slides, radio, followed closely by television, which included silent films. Silent films evolved into television with audio, which ultimately evolved into educational television format. It was throughout the transition of these technologies where the development of educational technology cohorts really started to become prevalent. As advancements in technology continued, it wasn't long before the computers were introduced into classrooms. This was the onset of multimedia within classrooms. Additionally, software became more prominent with the introduction of computers. As the computer continued to evolve, we saw an increase in integration within homes. This was around the time the internet came to be, which led to a change in dynamics within the classroom.
Students had formerly been sponges, expected to absorb from the knowledge giver, aka the teacher, and learn from their vast knowledge bank. As technology evolved, the expectation that students can learn from technology became more apparent. Neil Postman was quick to question and consider technology as something that doesn't always gleam and shine, and may in fact be problematic. Specifically, Postman wanted people to consider things like, culture will always pay a price for technology. Who loses out when technology is developed? How does technology affect the way we think? Technology changes the landscape of our world. And be aware of technology's origin. Don't let it become complacent. The internet is vast and powerful and ever-changing. In theory, our practice should be evolving as well. That being said, in this course, I realized several things. I was still using Word and Office Suite for my papers and projects. This course caused me to question, why am I saving important work on a computer that might not work one day? So I decided to update my thinking and start using my Google Drive. Me too! I was thinking about how the way that we as teachers utilize technology and how it can affect students we teach. If we're stuck in our old mindsets, then how can we expect students to learn from and with the technology in the most appropriate ways? Totally. Web 1.0 and 2.0 were pretty safe for me. Things I'd lived and experienced, and I was pretty comfortable with. But Web 3.0, that was scary at first. However, it seems now more like student-centered learning, and as students as a problem solver, which are key skills required for an evolving job market. This piece got me thinking about makerspaces and coding, and how I was using my space to implement these things. Assessment is another key area that needs to be considered in the online sphere. How are we assessing our students? Which practices are most effective? And what are educators doing to effectively assess students formatively and summatively? All of these things had me considering, how am I helping students to be independent thinkers and problem solvers? How are we as Spheros have now entered my library, and plans are in the works to start a makerspace coding movement in my school. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't forget about assistive technology and universal design for learning. Technology can level the playing field for all learners. No one in our world is good at everything, but technology can assist learners with the pieces they struggle with in many different ways. This is important because the mindset can help us to work to improve barriers, to remove the barriers that students can sometimes experience based on the way our society functions. So true. It's like the story The Animal School by George Rebus. Technology allows us to interpret our educational limitations differently. We no longer need to be stuck within our classroom. We can and should be able to change the way we educate our students. There shouldn't be barriers limiting anyone, and we should have a growth mindset and be able to prepare our students today for the jobs they will have in the future, which includes jobs we haven't yet imagined. This course illustrated to me how no matter where we are in our skill set, no matter where our students are, technology gives us the ability to reach all learners and meet them at their levels. Additionally, we have the ability to use these emerging tools to change the way we do school. Our ecology, as Postman says, is changing because of technology. We need to adapt to the change and change what we've always done. And we should. After all, why wouldn't we want to catch them all? Pikachu! Big thank you to all of those who allowed me to use their pictures for this project.